It's the Dynasty front office, and we are building you championships one trade at a time. I'm your host, Jesse Schneeman, and I'm here with the two best friends anyone could ever have. Mike Casper's on assignment this week. Starting with the auspicious Austin Bell. How you doing tonight, Austin?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm excellent. I'm great. I took a little nap, a big nap. I took a 2-hour nap after work today, and I'm off tomorrow, so I can just be up all night talking to you guys. It's great.
Oh, heck yeah. At your age, I figured you have to. You take a nap about 4:30 after your dinner.
Uh, it was from 5 to 7.
Yeah, I figured.
Well, and you had to wake up in the middle for a pee break.
And my main man, Chad Mendoza. I did not, but
Before, for sure.
Man, did I have to go. Let's not talk about that. I'll have to take a pee break in the middle of the pod. How you doing tonight, Chad?
I'm good, man. I went to Olive Garden for the first time in years and years and years and years.
Yeah? How was it?
Actually good, man. I feel like those kind of restaurants, like if you accept them for what they are, like they're great, right?
Yeah,
like it's
I
just
agree.
it's a cool, fast food Italian meal that is like kind of a fun atmosphere a little bit. But yeah, no, it was actually really fun. It was pretty nostalgic because I got the little tour of Italy thing I used to get when I was like really young.
Yeah, I used to
And
get that too.
I was like, oh man, this is bringing back memories. Still tastes the exact same way I remember. So
Yeah, their lasagna's not bad, man.
the soup is good. The what's
Minestrone?
it called? I don't think it's the minestrone. Is the minestrone the one with like beans in it?
Yeah.
No, not that one. It's the Tuscany, the Tuscany one. Really good. The one with kale and like sausage and stuff in it.
Yeah,
I really like that one.
Way back in the day, I dated a girl that loved Olive Garden, and at the time, I just had never even given it a try and just laughed, like I thought it was like Applebee's or whatever. And she made me start going, and she made me start taking her there, and I fell in love with it, man. Like for the price, like you said, it's just good honest food. It's like I will call it. It's like the Outback of Italian food. It's consistent everywhere you go. You know what you're getting. It's a good deal.
Yeah, that was me and Hannah's first date.
Well,
Olive
Garden?
Garden?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That's a good like young person's young person's first date.
Yeah, I was 21, so yeah, right on that alley.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, Austin, why don't you tell everybody where they can find us when we're not podcasting?
Yeah, man, YouTube and Facebook at the Dynasty Front Office, Twitter and X at Front Office FF. Don't forget the Discord link is in the description. As a reminder, we'll be bringing you podcasts and videos all off-season, trade bangers, 2026 rookie profiles, as well as our weekly show. Please like and subscribe. And again, the link for the Discord is in the show notes. In this episode, we're going to be doing pre-draft rookie ranks. Go through each position, tell us the guys you like, tell us we don't like. Could be more of those than we do, but we'll see. So let's start off with quarterbacks.
Yes, let's start off with quarterbacks. And really, I think a big part of this exercise is to explain like who these guys are and like what it would take for you to draft them higher than where we have them, right?
Yeah, in this class, you were correct. That is what it's going to take.
A lot of these
well,
guys,
and I think a lot of this exercise is really for people who maybe are not super acquainted with the class and not intimately familiar with the value of certain positions and how we see them. But I think as we go along, you'll be able to kind of get a feel on at least our opinion on where the class sits and where the value could be had.
Okay. Yeah. So let's try to give an NFL draft range that we anticipate, and then a rookie draft range that we anticipate. Is that good?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So for quarterback, we all have Mendoza first, Ty Simpson second. Are we all? Are we? I mean, we all know that he's going number 1 to the Raiders. That's it's out there. Are we all taking him 102 in rookie drafts?
The option, yes, I feel comfortable enough putting him at 2. But depending on where 1 or 2 of these receivers go that we'll talk about later, I'm not dead set on him having to be the 102. I feel better at him at 102 than I did Cam Ward last year. Part of that might be because of the strength of the class, but and the scarcity at the position. But I'm not dead set on him having to be 2.
I don't think there's anything that could make me not take him at 102.
I would I think I'm with Austin. I think there's definitely a wide receiver that could push him out of 2 for me, but I would feel comfortable with him, at 2 as well.
Is there any chance you'd take him 101?
No. It's just not a smart thing to do. Even if you need a quarterback really bad, it's just not smart to do.
So I was looking at a league where I have the 102. The owner with 101 is just mired in a rebuild. He really doesn't need a running back. He really needs a quarterback. Would he just be crazy to take Mendoza, or would it be a better idea to trade the 101 for a more established quarterback?
Oh, I mean, the beauty about Jeremiah Love is he's not a player that you have to trade the 101. Everybody knows what the 101 is, so it's Jeremiah Love and his value, essentially. So he has all the time in the world. He can just take the pick and then trade Jeremiah Love later. He doesn't have to say, okay, nobody in this class wants the 101 right now. I need to just take Mendoza. Like, just take the running back. Everybody knows the value of the running back, and just give it some time. Like, you'll find a trade partner eventually. There's no other option. There's nobody that he's going to trade that pick to that will take Mendoza.
So just treat him like he was Bijan.
Yeah.
Just assume he is going to turn into Bijan. No worries. Doesn't matter where he goes. You're good.
I mean, think about all the running backs that are in that realm of prospect that we've seen in the recent past, right? Like, there's no other position like it. Like, these guys just hit. Like the Bijans, the Jahmyr Gibbs, we can say, what Ashton Genty did maybe was not up to snuff, but you can still see he's going to be a good NFL player, great NFL player. They're just so easy to project, and he's above some of those guys for me, and definitely in that tier.
Okay. All right. So Mendoza 102. Then Ty Simpson we have as our second quarterback. What does it take for him to fall out of the first round of rookie drafts for you?
Him not be a top 50 pick.
Okay. So even if he goes in the top of the second round, you're still comfortable taking him 110, 111?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
But if he falls out of the top of the second round, then he's probably not going to the third or fourth. Right?
No.
We
don't.
Well, I guess Hurts went at the end of the second. Yeah. All right. I guess he's in play anywhere.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. That's going to be an interesting one to me. I just don't. I don't know how the NFL values him. I like him. We went over him last week in our rookie profile. I like his skill set. I think it translates. It should translate well to the NFL. But we saw other quarterbacks that we thought were going to get draft capital just completely not happen. The Matt Corral, Malik Willis year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if that happens, then is he still your QB2?
There's a name that I'm intrigued enough that if he could get the draft capital, I could make the argument for him being 2B, but I don't think he's going to get there, and that's Drew Allar. I think he has everything but the footwork.
Aller.
Yeah, excuse me.
Hmm.
And if a team believes in him enough, I'm going to be quite interested. So he's my 3 and clear 3, but some of the tape's so bad. And again, it's footwork related. That's all it is. So I think if he goes to the right place, I'm definitely going to be intrigued in those mid to late second rookie drafts.
I'm willing to give him a pass because the coaching has just been such a mess there. What do you think, Chad? Is there a chance that someone could overtake Ty Simpson for QB2 for you?
Not very likely at all. Anything can happen in the NFL draft, but I like Drew Aller is my QB3. I like him, but he just wasn't good. Like,
Yeah, he's a
that's just what
project.
it is.
Yeah.
He wasn't good. So I mean, he's gonna have to go somewhere, and he's not even a project. He's like a reclamation project.
Yeah.
Like he has to be completely. They just got to strip down what he does and rebuild it, because if Drew Aller's walking into a room next to Ty Simpson and Fernando Mendoza, you're like, oh, that's the NFL quarterback. But it's just when he's on the field, he's
So
the
inconsistent.
guy that doesn't look like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
yeah, it sucks.
he does have all the talent in the world. I mean, he's got Josh Allen arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so I have for my third is Garrett Nussmeier, and there's pretty much, I mean, there's like a 1% chance he could overtake Ty Simpson in my book. I like Nussmeier just because he's a coach's kid. He was good before this year. There were reports that came out that he played hurt all year. I don't know if he goes in the third round, I'll take a late. I may take a late round flyer. You know, if he goes to a good situation. Who knows? Like if he were to get taken by the Rams late, you know, I might have some interest in him, something like that. But I just like him because he's a better quarterback than Drew Aller. So I just think he's out of the remaining guys. I thought he was the best quarterback, but there's no chance that I take him above the like third or fourth round of rookie drafts. And really, if I take him at all, it's probably fifth.
Oh no, I'm definitely taking him before then. In this class,
Well, in this class, yeah, true. In
Yeah.
a regular class, but
either Aller or Nussmeier, I'm fine taking in the late second or to third, assuming they get day 2 draft capital.
I will take him in the second. Either one of them.
Yeah.
All right, and then what else do we? I mean, it really falls off a cliff here. You guys all have Nussmeier next. Cole Payton.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the next name.
Okay. All right. Sell me on Cole Payton.
I'm not going to sell you on him, but it's just, he's the clear 5 for me. I think he's probably the last quarterback that I think has an actual chance of becoming an NFL caliber player in the class. So I'm at least going to put him there. Whereas like the next guys, one's just an athlete that didn't know how to throw accurately consistently.
Taylor Green. Yeah, that's why I have him on there.
Yeah. And then for me, the next one was Haynes King, but that's to take over Taysom Hill.
Yeah. Okay. That would be fun.
That's why I put him on the list. It's not to play quarterback. It's to become the next Taysom Hill. So for me, Cole Payton's the only one that I've seen any buzz. Again, I'm not a QB guy, so I try to listen more than actually watch the tape. And they seem to believe that he's got a chance, so I'm gonna take that chance with him.
If Sean Payton I'm sorry, go ahead. I was gonna say just about Haynes King. If Sean Payton or another creative coach takes him, I may have a little late round interest.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I have no interest in almost any of those guys, to be honest with you. But I do kind of like Cade Klubnik. I just like what he did in 24. 25 was just so bad, but you know, he's just one of those guys. Like, what if he had another year? Like, could he be better? So if he gets draft capital, he's a guy that I'll be looking at in round 3 of Dynasty rookie drafts. But I mean, I'm not going to bat for any of these guys. It's just going to be draft capital dependent.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's quarterback.
I feel like that's not going to be the only position we feel that way about.
Yeah. Yeah, running back's coming up soon. But before running back, let's spice things up a little with wide receiver. So we all have different wide receivers 1. Mine is Jordan Tyson because I think he's the most talented. I think he's got the best chance to be a wide receiver 1 in the league. I think he fits the archetype. Smooth route runner.
My man.
Gets open well, plays on the outside, can play on the inside. Really love Jordan Tyson. Chad, you have Carnell Tate. Make your case for him as the wide receiver 1.
He's just the best player out of the three, in my opinion. That's just basically what it is. They're all three are really good.
Yeah.
They're neck and neck for me. Carnell Tate's the most complete player in the class. I think outside of J Love, but yeah, Carnell Tate's I think a really really good player. There's just not many wide receivers in recent years that I would put above him. And when you get to that list of guys, they're elite players in the league. So I really like him.
All right. Austin, you have Mekhi Lemon as your wide receiver one.
I do.
Make your case.
He's enticed me with his pseudo crazy eyes. That's what got me. That's what
It's
sold
just
me on him.
the slither.
Yeah, he got me.
It was
No,
just a look he gave you.
yeah, it sucked me in and kept me there. So he's my one now.
Like
Nah,
the snake from Jungle Book.
I love that movie. Nah, he's been my one the whole time. I think he's one of the guys that he's just a go getter. I think he came in close to 6 foot, which is great news. That was probably my biggest question mark. But just very good after the catch, great hands, good separator. It's just one of them guys that I feel like is gonna win when he's on the field. And I don't think Jesse, did you ever watch the 24 tape?
Yeah, I did go back and
Did you see an outside receiver?
I can see where it could happen.
I just feel like he's a complete player. I just feel like especially in today's NFL, the way they use receivers and run offense, I don't have any issues with him.
I didn't have a problem with him outside. I think that was Chad. The problem it was Omar Cooper.
No, you said you hadn't seen
okay.
Lemon outside enough.
Well, yeah, because he didn't play a lot outside. He was just very efficient in 25.
Correct.
But yeah, I did go back and watch some more of him, especially after that.
Yeah.
Combine.
Yeah,
interview.
it's not that I didn't think he could do it. It's just he hasn't really done it. Is the thing. Like he's one of the players that is like 70% slot. Which I mean is not really he can't do it. It's just a red flag, right? So until he goes into the league and does it, and not saying that he has to. There's plenty of slot players that get elite fantasy production. But yeah, we'll see how that goes.
But when he was outside, his efficiency metrics were ridiculous.
Yeah, better than anybody in the class. Like clearly, release numbers, separation, catching.
ADOT.
Yeah, but it's just the sample size is small. He's
Sure.
just not doing it at a pretty high, like a really high percentage.
Yeah.
When somebody's stuck on there on an island all the time, it's to me it's just different. I think you grade that differently. And so somebody like Carnell Tate, who is literally on an island, you can talk about the receiver across from him, but he is on an island by himself playing outside.
I don't
almost
think
80% of the time.
I don't think he's that player. I think he can play outside, is what I'm saying. He can be.
Yeah. I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that.
He's versatile enough, but no, I don't think that's where he's going to be. I've been hearing this term that I really like is alpha slot. So JSN, obviously ARSB is the biggest one. But yeah, that's what I really see him as. Alpha slot can also play outside. Those guys can all also play
CD
outside
Lamb.
and move around. Yeah, CD Lamb. That's it.
Yeah.
He's probably like the originator.
So they've killed off power slot. Now it's alpha slot.
Alpha slot. I like it.
One thing I wanted to bring up with Tyson, and I'd felt this way, and I think I brought it up the first time we talked about him. Matt Harmon said he views him as a Z, and that's what I thought as well, than an Alpha X. And I feel the same way. I just don't think he's a consistent winner as a one-on-one alpha player. Just feel like he would be a phenomenal 2, like top end 2.
I just don't wholly disagree. I think his entire game is built on separation.
I know how much you love reception perception. Go look it up.
Okay. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that the reception perception on him had come out.
Yeah, he's not sold on. He says he's a good player, and it's kind of how I feel. Like he's a good player. I just don't see alpha at this current point for him. I mean, I do agree he can get there, but man to man, I wasn't impressed.
Like I said, his whole game is built on separation. I do see it. But I can't argue with anything you guys said about the other players. So landing spot could change all of this. I expect all of these guys to go in the top half of the first round, so draft capital isn't really going to change anything. Tate, I expect to go in top 10. Either the other two guys could go top 10 as well, but landing spot could change things. There could be either a really good or really bad landing spot for all of these
With
guys.
with Miami moving on from Waddle, which of those three do y'all like the best in Miami?
None of them because it's Miami and
I
this
mean,
is
really,
all
they
very
could use any
scary.
of them, and that's
But yeah,
the thing with Miami is like they just need anything at wide receiver at this point. So I mean,
yeah.
I don't think
who plays best with Malik Washington or whatever? I mean,
yeah, I mean,
they can play. They can really any of these three guys would be great for them.
I don't know what that offense is going to look like. We haven't seen the coaching staff, together. We haven't seen Malik um
Willis.
Willis.
Malik Willis play more than 50 snaps in the league. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to be very upset if Carnell Tate ends up in Miami. Let's just put it that way. And that's because I like Carnell Tate a lot, but I'd be upset if any of the three land with Miami.
It'll suppress their production, at least for the first year. But I still think all three of them are good enough that it won't matter. And then they're getting either the first or second quarterback in the draft next year.
Give me Mekhi Lemon to Miami way before the Jets. I keep seeing the Jets. Please give me Mekhi Lemon to Miami before that.
I just don't know. I don't know that the Jets. I mean, maybe they will take one of those three receivers. I know it's a favorite of some mock drafters. I'm not really sold that that's going to happen. I think they need some substantial help in other places, and they do have like Garrett Wilson. So
their roster's
I don't know.
Their roster's ridiculous at this point. They traded so much off. That defense was the only good part of their team, and
it's gone.
Aaron Glenn's a defensive coach. I don't know. I expect them to screw this up, so they definitely are in play for a wide receiver. But yeah, it would really, really hurt any of their values. I think if any of them go to Baltimore, which I've seen mocked, that would really hurt their values.
Yeah.
Just low enough passing volume with also having Zay and Andrews there. I don't love it.
Yeah. I mean, Adonai Mitchell looked good there for a stretch. Like, I'd be interested to see if he gets some play at receiver too. But I mean, I don't know. I struggle to understand the thinking if they bring in another elite prospect at wide receiver when the rest of their roster is just god awful.
Yeah, there's a lot of good defensive players in this draft. They should just grab one of them. There's a lot of good right tackles in this draft too. I don't think their line is all that great.
Their offensive line's not great. Yeah, it's not. I mean, nothing is good. Like, that's the thing, and they don't have a quarterback. So what? Like, I mean, yeah, it wouldn't make any sense to me.
No, but that's why I half expect them to do it.
It's the Jets, right? So.
Right. All right, let's move on to the next three. Well, actually, let's discuss some good landing spots for these guys. If any of them go to KC, not Lemon so much, but
I'm fine with any of them going there.
Tyson and Tate are the exact type of receiver that they need. I mean, they're different types of receivers, but either one of those guys would be great. Really great. Just turn them into a real offense.
I mean, really, any of the 5 through 10, or I guess 5 through 9, the Giants, Cleveland, Washington, New Orleans, Kansas City, fine with any of the three going to those three places.
I hate Cleveland. Cleveland's a terrible landing spot. It's a black hole.
But they need alpha, so
okay.
At least he's going to get targets.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not completely giving up on Shador yet. As a prospect, Gabriel Davis is a different thing, but Cleveland wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I mean, like it would be if somebody went to the Jets. Tennessee is kind of the one where I'm like, if Tennessee gets somebody, I'd be pretty excited.
Yeah, I like Tennessee. I would like to see them take. Shefty came out and said that they're not taking Love. So I think Tate's in play for them, which really upsets me though. The fact that they're not taking Love just scares the crap out of me. Just one thing I don't want to happen in this draft. One thing. I don't want Jordan Love to go to the Giants.
What about Jeremiah
Jordan
Love?
Love will never go to the Giants. So.
Jeremiah Love. Sorry. I'm getting all mixed up. I don't want Jeremiah Love to go to the Giants. It's so dirty for fantasy. I don't want him in the end. I don't want him with that team anyway, as an Eagles fan. I'm sorry, what were you going to say, Austin?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, Giants are a good landing spot for Tate or Tyson. I mean, Lemon doesn't fit with them because they have Neighbors, but I think any of those three wide receivers fit with the Saints great.
I think Lemon would fit really well with the Giants and with Neighbors. It's not the traditional NFL where you have to have that. Like,
I understand.
No, I mean, Neighbors does have to.
Yeah, I get. Well, you get. I mean, to maximize Neighbors, you need to move him around.
Well, you can move Lemon around.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah,
that's why.
Both of them
Yeah,
around,
that's why you would want Lemon
is
because you can literally move. Lemon can play predominantly in the slot, which would probably work best for him. And then you can also move Malik Neighbors in the slot when you need to, just to change things up and move him outside. I mean, Wandale played almost exclusively in the slot when Neighbors was playing, so they don't have anybody in that position. They could put Likely in there, but I mean, who knows?
I'd rather see Neighbors play way more in the slot. Just because he played outside in the NFL doesn't mean that's the best way to maximize him. I think he would be an assassin out of the slot, and you move him around, bring him out of the backfield, just the typical like modern like JSN is used, just all over the formation. You don't know where he's coming from, so you don't really know how to bracket or double him because teams are going to want to do that on a constant basis. So the more you move him around, the more you move him away from coverage and get him open looks, or just, single coverage or easy zone looks.
Yeah. I mean, I to be honest with you, I don't agree. I think his best position is outside. That's where he does a lot of his damage. And I think that's where he's looked best. It's cool when he's in the slot. Like he's obviously a really, really, really good player. Like, I think he's top 5 in the league, but so he can play anywhere, but I like him on the outside. I think it opens a lot more up in the offense. So if you bring in a guy like Lemon who can, also share those duties, I mean, I think they're in play for any of the three. I think Carnell Tate makes the most sense, but Carnell Tate makes a lot of sense for a lot of different
so he can be the number 2 again.
Man, I can't wait to see Neighbors come back. It's been so long. I think a lot of people have forgotten how good he was.
Yeah.
All right, are we ready to move on to the next tier? All right. We all have different wide receiver 4, right?
No, me and you have the
same. Oh, you and
4.
I both have
Cooper.
Omar Cooper Jr.
Welcome to the club.
Okay. I'm not strongly convicted on that. There are so many things that could change for me. So for me, it goes, I'll give you my next 4 because Jeremy Bernard kind of sneaks into this tier. It's Denzel Boston, Concepcion, Omar Cooper, Denzel Boston, Concepcion, and Bernard. How do you have that next tier, Austin?
Cooper, Concepcion, and Boston.
Okay.
And it's just those 3.
And Chad, what's your... I assume after Lemon is a tier break for you? Is that right?
Yeah. After Lemon, it's a tier break. Then I have Boston, Cooper, and Chris Bell.
Okay. So Concepcion is not even in the second tier for you?
I don't know. These guys are kind of close. To be honest with you, if Chris Bell didn't have the injury, he'd be ahead of all these guys, and probably closer to tier 1 than to tier 2 for me. I really, really like Chris Bell. But because of the injury, he's 6 for me. These guys, I kind of change them day to day.
Yeah,
but
me too.
even up to like 8 with Jeremy Bernard, And Chris Brazel's interesting too. I like a lot of these guys, to be honest with you. It's hard for me to tier them. I think it's just going to depend a lot on like landing spot, and what a team wants to do with them, because I think these guys are so different from each other. That's what makes it a
It's
little
definitely
more
true.
difficult.
Yeah. Landing spot and fit is going to mean a lot for these guys. Draft capital. Draft capital is going to mean so much. So, like, if these three guys, Cooper, Concepcion, and Boston, go in the first round, it pretty much solidifies them as first round rookie picks. Definitely solidifies them in this class.
Yeah.
If one or two of them fall to the second round, mid second round, it's definitely going to drop them. You know, it's going to drop them behind the other two at least.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The fit's going to mean so much. Although, like, every time I say Denzel Boston, Pittman almost comes out of my mouth because that's how I'm viewing him. That he'll be such a good fit on so many teams, because so many teams just need a player like that. And in today's NFL, with two high safeties, the middle of the field wide open, they need somebody to just go in there, sit in the soft zones, move the chains. So I really like that. But then I look at Omar Cooper, and if I think he goes to the right offense, he's the biggest wild card to me. If he goes to the right offense, I could see him be in the alpha slot, you know, or just a movement piece. You know, I did go back and watch some of his 24 tape, and he did play outside the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
So he can do that too. I don't think he was as good at it. Like, they really found his role this past season. He was really, really much better. But he can do it. But yeah, like if he were to go to, I mean, San Fran's not the best landing spot anymore since they started signing players. But an offense like that, where I trust the quarterback to move him around. I mean, offensive coordinator to move him around, and just like I just think he could be an alpha slot. So it's very attractive to me. There's a path to wide receiver 1 out of him.
Yeah, I agree.
Anything else we got? Like, are there perfect landing spots for you guys, for the other guys?
You know
Concepcion.
who's a what is actually a perfect. I would hate it because I'm a Giants fan, but who I think is the absolutely perfect guy to replace AJ Brown, Chris Bell. He would be, if he went to the Eagles, he'd be my most owned player in out of this draft class, because of where I think you could get him for value. I think he's going to be a phenomenal NFL player if he can bounce back from the ACL tear. And I think he still has a good chance to be like early day 2, maybe even end of day 1. We'll see. You know how put off by the injury everybody is, but I think he's a guy that's been really, really overlooked in this class.
You mean first round?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I
mean,
heard a comp.
I watched him and I loved him. I think he's an amazing wide receiver. He's big and fast and great hands. Go ahead.
I heard a comp for him, and it made me giggle. Chad, you're gonna hate it, but it's okay. If Xavier Legette was good at football, and like that's exactly what it feels like watching.
Yeah.
Like, as someone who's watched a lot of Legette, like that's what Chris Bell looks like, except for he's actually good at it.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
like,
he's like he's Xavier Legette, but he's a natural football player. He makes it, whereas like Xavier Legette makes everything look difficult.
Yeah.
Chris Bell just makes everything look easy.
Exactly what I'm saying. So I thought I got a kick out of that, and any kind of slander for that, I'm all for.
I think Boston, Denzel Boston would be a really good fit with the Eagles.
Yeah, I was just more talking about like an AJ Brown replacement. I think they can do a lot of the same things. I mean, obviously not saying he's AJ Brown, right? No, I mean, nobody's AJ Brown coming out of as a prospect, but as far as like what you ask a wide receiver to do, I think they're going to be able to do a lot of the same things.
The Eagles view Devontae Smith as that player. So if AJ Brown were to leave the Eagles, Devontae Smith would move into that role, and then whoever else they bring in, I would think would be more like a slot or Z or flanker or whatever. And let's address Hollywood Brown right now. He's depth. So please, conspiracy theorists out there, that does not add any fuel to AJ Brown being traded.
Well,
And
it does.
I'm on record in the Discord by saying that I honestly think this is lip service from Howie. I think Howie is going out there and asking for 2 firsts or first and 2 seconds, something that he knows he's not going to get. So you can go back to AJ Brown and go, man, I tried. There's not a market. Just play it
I
out
don't
this
know.
year, and then we'll talk.
I don't know. A certain dog came out
What?
today. A certain dog came out today.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
Ricky.
Scoops.
Ricky
Huh?
Scoops. Ricky
Uh,
Scoops came out today and said they're negotiating a deal with the Patriots in place for post June, right?
Post-June, yeah.
oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard that rumor as well, but do you really think teams are doing that after what happened with the Ravens?
I mean, if somebody can acquire AJ Brown, yes, somebody will
Yeah.
do that.
Why
You're
wouldn't
gonna
they?
do it. You're gonna do a handshake deal.
I mean, yeah,
Well, because it's not a major injury. You know, I mean,
that, and it
that's the
doesn't
reason
cost
why.
me until June. Whereas the trade with the Ravens, it cost the Raiders a ton instantly. You know, the handshake for June doesn't cost anybody anything. If it
Yeah,
happens, awesome.
there's no second free agency that
Yeah,
depends on
yeah.
on
There's
this
no
deal. You know,
$30-some million coming back and not having the draft picks now.
If the Eagles take a wide receiver in the first 2 rounds of the draft, then I'll believe that. If not, no way. There's no way Howie is going into the season with Hollywood Brown as a starter, or Darius Cooper would be the next player on the depth chart. There's no chance. And just what the rest of what's out there, Juwan Johnson.
Jennings,
I mean,
but yeah,
okay, that would be seen by the entire fan base as a failure by Howie. So there's no way he's doing that.
we'll see.
We have Super Bowl aspirations. You can't tell me that a GM that all he cares
you
about is
fired him
winning the
up.
Super Bowl
Yeah, we did.
is going to.
We got him. Success.
So this is how you know. So you're telling me
Hollywood Brown as a Super Bowl contender, wide receiver 2.
All right. Let's move on to the next tier. Or actually, let's talk about Casey Concepcion. Chad, why is he at the bottom of that tier for you? What is it about him that you like less than the other guys there? Especially like Cooper. We know why and how much you like Boston.
Yeah, I mean, I just think Omar Cooper's a better player than Casey Concepcion is.
Okay.
That's just what it is. Casey Concepcion just has more holes in his game and is more of a projection to me than Omar Cooper is. I can watch Omar Cooper and tell exactly what he's going to be in the league, and see examples of it in the league. With Casey Concepcion, it is like just a little bit more projection and going to be more like scheme based. If he goes to a situation where, they have a player that is designated in a slot role, that they just heavily target, like I'm gonna be cool with it because I think that's the kind of player he's gonna be. I know a lot of people think he's gonna be a lot more than that. I don't know. And then also I think the hands are an issue. Like I just watch him struggle a lot with catching the football. And I just don't think he's like a transcendent talent where that just flies. And I've watched a lot of players that, really, really good players that get a lot of targets and drop balls, and that's okay. Like CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy, those guys really early in their career. And I'm talking about his prospects. But
Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper. I just don't know that Casey Concepcion is going to get that kind of leeway unless he gets really significant capital. Right? Like if that kind of player comes out and is dropping, 10, 11, 12 balls a year, it's gonna be tough to justify, throwing him. I mean, that's what CeeDee Lamb I think had 11 his rookie year.
I mean, Chase has had more than 10 multiple years.
Yeah, but
But
those
they're
guys,
getting 150 targets.
Right.
Exactly. So. But if you draft Casey Concepcion at pick one, around one in the 30th overall pick or early day 2, and he's dropping 10, 11 passes a year, there's just not a lot of runway for those kind of guys to see a 120, 130 targets a year like that. That's going to start getting dwindled down. And that, to me, that's the kind of player he has to be. I don't see him as a 110 target elite fantasy production player.
Yeah, I think you summed up why I've dropped him down a little bit. It's the projection aspect of it, and the hands aren't awesome. It's the reason I don't want him on the Eagles. I mean, if you're
He
getting the
fits
target,
really good on the Eagles, so. And the Giants. Honestly, the Giants in the early second would be a great landing spot for him.
drops just
I
frustrate
would
me
be
so badly. So
I would be so upset if the Giants drafted him. Not because he's a bad player, because I don't think he is, but we just can't afford any other player that can't catch. Like
Yeah,
Hey man,
that's
did you see his
every
gauntlet? He didn't drop any. We're good.
you have two starters
yeah.
that can't catch already.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
actually, I guess
I
Theo might
watched
not be a starter
I
anymore.
watched the Gauntlet, and then I watched a lot of his tape. And
Well, that's old stuff now. We're in 2026. We're good.
yeah,
We're good.
it's gonna take a lot more than a
New year,
Gauntlet
new
to fit
him.
what he did in college, or fix what he did in college football. Because yeah, I mean, it's just his hands are rough. His hands are really, really rough. And I just don't believe that wide receivers at this point of their career can really fix that kind of stuff. I just don't. I don't think he. I mean,
They can
there's going to be
definitely
like,
improve it.
yeah, there's going to be cases out there where guys like get better, but I mean, why
And
hasn't
his
he
feel
gotten
like
better?
concentration stuff, not like the inability to catch.
Well, he does clap attack sometimes.
Yeah. I mean,
He
I brought
doesn't
that up
always.
after the combine.
He doesn't always do it, and I think it is something that he works on. But we discussed this before. You can't count on college coaching to improve a player's technique and to get them ready for the NFL. That's not what
I disagree.
that's not what college coaches are prioritizing.
He is at Texas A&M.
How good are
Uh-huh.
they?
Like,
who's their wide receiver coach?
come on, guys.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we don't know.
Come on. These guys are making millions and millions of dollars. You think that they're not coaching them on how to catch the football better?
I mean, honestly, I don't have a lot of faith outside of Ohio State that a receiver is getting the right coaching, personally.
I mean,
I think all of
NC
these
State?
guys have personal coaches. All of these guys have elite SEC coaching staffs. I'm talking about the guys in the SEC, obviously, at these elite programs. But it's not like he's playing for, Baylor, right? Like, he's playing for Texas A&M. I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a
they're
second,
both
to
in
be honest with
Texas,
you.
aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Might
That's
be
where
the
the
same
differences
coaches.
end. But yeah, I don't believe that for a second. I just don't.
All right.
He's talented enough for me to give him a year to find out.
That poor man, though. You just tore him a new butthole. Poor Concepcion
I like him.
isn't going to sit down.
I like
it
him.
Doesn't sound
No,
like
I like
it.
him as a player. I like him as a player. I just
Do you, though?
don't like.
I know.
No, I do. I do. I have him 7. I like him as a player, and sometimes some days it's higher than 7, and in certain draft positions, like if he was to get significant capital and was to go into a team that needs that predominant slot player, then I would be really excited about him as a player. I just don't want him on the Giants because we have Darius Slayton and Theo Johnson, who also cannot catch the football.
I don't know. It feels like a great fit. I know you hate it, but early second to the Giants feel like if they go Jeremiah Love in the first and then Concepcion in the second, as a Giants fan, I feel like you gotta be pretty happy with that for the offensive standpoint.
I'll take a guard.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. There's good ones of those too.
Didn't you guys bring back Evan Neal? You're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about Jeremy Bernard. This is a player I like. I think, Chad, you like him as well. Austin, you do not.
He's fine.
Ready-made.
I'm gonna like him as much as Chad likes Casey Concepcion.
He's got good hands, though, and he does get open on a consistent basis. He's just a slot guy.
Yeah, he gets open from like 5 to 8 yards past the line of scrimmage.
He's a very useful player in the NFL.
Sure.
And
then he gets another 1 to 3 yards after the catch.
How much did Wan'Dale Robinson just make?
That's why KC needs to go there. He can take Wan'Dale's spot.
Well, then he needs to go to Tennessee because that's where Brian Daboll is.
I don't think Bernard is as quick or as dynamic.
No.
I mean, that's kind of a weird thing to say about Wan'Dale, but that's one thing Wan'Dale is good at is short area quickness. And I don't think Jeremy Bernard is quite that good, but he's that type of player. Chad, what do you see?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a solid player. Like he's not. I think like I said, 7 for me is kind of that cutoff where I really really like the projection on these guys. Jeremy Bernard, I think, is just a really solid wide receiver 2 at best for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, anywhere he ends up, I think you're going to be able to get, pretty safely get relevant fantasy production, and that's why I have him so high up. I think he's probably a lot of what I said about Emeka Egbuka last year. Where you just see like a really safe player that can translate to the NFL really easily. Jeremy Bernard in the same way, just not as talented. So yeah, I mean, I like those kind of players just because you can get them in the second round and you're not losing out on a second round pick essentially.
Yeah, my issue with him is that he's a slot player, and I'm concerned that he's going to be a part-time player in the NFL. I mean, he's bigger than Josh Downs, but if we get that kind of usage out of him, it's tough to start him. It's tough to find the week that he's actually going to get run. So with 11 personnel being on the decline, this type of player just is less valuable in fantasy.
Yeah, I think he's a wide receiver 3 for an NFL team when they're healthy. So sure, if injuries occur, you could see a target usage go up.
For
a
really good NFL team, he's a wide receiver 3.
I think for most, and I'm not saying talent wise, I think that's what he fits the best.
Oh, okay. Talent wise, I think he's a wide receiver 3 on a really good team and a wide receiver 2 on a not so good.
Yeah, he's fine. He's
a
fine player.
He would step in and be the wide receiver 1 in Miami right now or Tennessee.
Oh, yeah. I could step in and be like the 1B.
Well, yeah, you are taller than all those guys.
Yeah, see, just throw it up.
Yeah, just throw it. Just post up.
Yeah. So he's fine. I have him at 10, and I have him at 10 because of the 3 names before. I just like more.
Okay.
I
Who are
think
those guys?
they have lower floors, but their ceilings are considerably higher for the NFL. And in this class, when I get to those mid-seconds and especially later, I'm just going to take the ceiling play. So at 7, I have Chris Bell, which is kind of in a tier of his own. If the NFL believes in him and he gets early draft capital, he would jump into that next tier up with Boston, Concepcion, and Cooper. And if he doesn't and he goes, between like 45 and early 3rd round, then he's going to drop down with his other tier, which I have Bryce Lance at 8, Jacoby Lane at 9, and Bernard at 10. And again, I understand there are more talented players than Lance and Lane, and I would agree with that. But I like their outcomes or possible outcomes more. So, like I said, when I get to rookie drafts, and assuming they get NFL draft capital, obviously that's what makes a difference for all these guys. I'm going to take my shots on these guys. I think they have a ceiling of being extremely fantasy relevant in the right situations.
Okay. Chad, in your next tier, I guess you've talked about everybody up to 8. Let's talk about Chris Brazzell. You have him next at 9. Austin just brought him up.
No, I did not.
Oh, you did?
No, he's not in my top 13.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I'm out on him. He looks like every other receiver that doesn't work out in the NFL. That's what the tape feels like. I watch it and I'm like, oh, that guy's good in college. And then I get in the NFL and he kind of just hides in the weeds like every other one does.
Chad, why do you disagree with that?
I mean, he's not a safe player. I mean, I can see what Austin's talking about. He's not. But there's a lot to like.
Very volatile profile, but go on, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a big athletic player. It could likely be a not really fantasy relevant Z, but I think the potential is there to be more. So yeah, I mean, he's the kind of player I'll take a swing on in the mid to late second.
Same. That's where I see him.
Yeah, my guy for that's Bryce Lance. That's exactly how I feel about him. I'll
Yeah,
just go ahead and say it. He's a guy that I could see being a Z pretty quickly in the NFL and succeeding at it.
I think they're in the exact same bucket for me. Big athletic wide receivers. Bryce Lance has very little experience. So he's got 1 year of production in 4 or 5 years of school. So like he's an older prospect and has 1 year. So that's like all of these guys have like these huge red flags, very volatile profile that, all these rest of the guys that we have here, except for Ted Hurst. Ted Hurst is to me, he's the outside receiver version of Jeremy Bernard. Like I know what he is. He's a good, solid outside receiver. He's going to burn you deep. He's going to light you up over the middle. No, he's a good player, a good, solid player. I think he's got a safe floor, so I have him above that tier of volatile, athletic receiver.
It's fair. I haven't watched enough to really dive in on him. I've seen a little bit.
He's a good player, man. He's got good hands. He gets open. I like him. He fights for the ball.
Was that the week that he was playing the accountant or the future lawyer?
Yeah, I mean, understand. Yeah, the level
he went to Georgia State. Everybody, in case y'all didn't know that,
level of competition is really bad, and the fact that he never transferred out of there is really weird. But he's a good player and showed out at the Senior Bowl.
Yeah, thank you for not saying that about my Bryce Lance. So go ahead and went to North Dakota State.
Oh yeah,
he also played accountant and lawyers.
Yeah, and that he's Trey Lance's brother.
Yeah, well, that's why I like him. So one of them has to be good.
No.
Oh, they don't?
No, it's not true. All right. Yeah, so did you bring up Jacoby Lane?
Yes, he is my number 9. I brought him up. I didn't really speak about him, but I brought him up. Yeah.
I have him in that same bucket with Brazel and I'm missing the name here. Bryce Lance.
Yeah. I think that's fair too. I think he's one of the true X's in the class outside of your top tier guys. I think he's one of the few guys that can actually profile being an X. And for me, that's going to be valuable in this class that has a lot of diversity, but there aren't many guys that are actual X's. And I think he's one of them.
Both of you guys have Antonio Williams on your list. I do not. Chad, any reason to be excited about him?
Yeah, he's just a good slot player. Like he's one of those guys I think is going to be a really consistent NFL player if he turns out to be a starter in the league. But for me, the only real knock that I can see are really just he's just not fast. He's a small, kind of not really athletic slot player, which is not the most fun combination in the world. But he's just smart. He's like a smart, witty player in zone. He just sits in open space and finds the ball. And he has had some a really interesting injury history. And I don't know, I haven't gotten too deep into it. I don't know how much of that is gonna be an issue going forward. Like because I know he dealt with it, I think the last 2 years, right, Austin?
Yeah.
So that's never good, but hopefully that's something that gets, cleaned up and is just something he had dealt with in the past. But yeah, I mean, I think he's another one of these guys, just a really safe kind of slot player. Nothing too flashy, but just does everything really well. To average.
Type of player you'd take high third.
Yep, that's where I would.
I'd take him. I'd take him in the second. I'd have no problem taking him in the second if he gets the draft capital.
Are you expecting early day 3 for him? Are you aiming for?
I think it's possible. I think with these guys, it's kind of just he's a slot player. That's what he is. He's not anything but a slot player.
Right.
In my opinion, there's only so many of those spots open in the league, right? So
yeah,
if he's able to find a spot, I think it's possible he gets he gets into the, third, fourth round with the right fit. But, he could also easily go, in the sixth round.
Yeah.
One name missing from both of your lists. He made my top 10, but I don't have strong conviction on it. Elijah Surratt.
Yuck.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I don't mind him.
What do you think? Worse Keon Coleman? Is that what you're thinking, Austin?
Definitely a worse prospect. Absolutely. I mean, I'm pulling for him more than what Keon's done the first 2 years, but he just, I don't really feel like he did anything that impressed me. Like, some of the stuff was okay. It was fine. But
Contested
I
catch.
kept looking at, most of those guys aren't good if that's their one good thing. There aren't many receivers that ever succeed in the NFL if the only thing they're good at is contested catching. And he's really not great at it. He's pretty good at it. So, like, I found myself watching Becker and Cooper every time I tried to watch Surratt. So that told me really enough that
Okay.
I'm not ranking him this high. Now, if the NFL goes and he gets round 2 capital, then I'm gonna have to readjust and take a deeper dive and see if I missed something. But currently, he's not in one of the guys that I'm gonna spend a valuable draft pick on. I'll let somebody else who's knows him because he went to Indiana and won a national championship and made some plays here and there. Let them take him with their second, and I'll grab somebody else I like more.
How do you feel, Chad?
I saw somebody on the NFL Network. I can't remember who it was, but I saw somebody in the NFL Network comp him to Alan Lazard,
Oh
and
my.
I thought that was like a actually pretty fitting comp. Like, it's not, and I mean that's fine. Like, if he turns out to be Alan Lazard, like that's a decent fantasy asset for where you're gonna get him. But yeah, I mean, he's just one of those guys. He's gonna have to go into the league and prove it because the type of player he is doesn't necessarily translate all the time,
Yeah.
at least for fantasy.
It's really like most of the time it doesn't.
Yeah.
That's the mold that just doesn't work. We wanted it to work, and it just doesn't work more times than not.
Yeah, better players than him that does what he does, have failed. So, and you can say that for a lot of different positions and a lot of different archetypes of players, but I think specifically for his archetype, these big bodied contested catch kind of players. Now I don't think he's the worst route runner in the world. I just don't. But yeah, I mean, for me, he's just gonna have to go in the league and prove it.
Okay. All right. You guys convinced me moving down my list. All right. Compare for me, whoever wants to do this first. Would you rather have Deion Burks or Skylar Bell?
I haven't watched a ton of Burks, but I'm pretty excited about Skylar Bell.
Okay. Talk to me.
Another one of those players that I was really scared was going to come in at 5'8", and he came in at almost 6 foot. So that was my real only worry for him. I think he can play in the slot and also as a Z in the league. Good hands, really good at going up and getting the ball. Fast, twitchy off the breaks on the intermediate, and does well on a post. I really like his post routes. So I think a team's going to use him as somebody who opens the floodgates for the intermediate people, and he's going to get some of those opportunities to catch the ball. So just a guy I like. I thought he impressed me enough to watch. I think I ended up watching like 5 games for him.
I didn't watch quite that much, but yeah, I liked what I think I watched 2
Yeah.
games. I liked what I saw.
Yeah, I'm hoping for late day 2 capital for him, and it very possible we see early day 3, but I'm hoping for that late second, third round capital for him.
Yeah, he'd be in play mid second for me
Yeah.
if that happened. Deion Burks, then I he reminds me of Deion Branch actually. So if he turns out to be that type of player, I would like him. Just not the biggest guy, but solidly built, kind of compact dude. Good numbers, good testing numbers. Solid receiver. I don't know. Who was the player that he's just going to be? I just feel like he's going to be like just a part-time third or fourth receiver in the NFL is probably what's going to end up happening. So I don't love him, but he's got a little upside.
I like Deion Burks a lot.
Okay, talk to me.
I think I think he's pretty comfortably a wide receiver 2 in the league.
Really?
The only reason I don't, he was the guy that I was, I mean, I didn't say this on air, but uh, before we came on, the guys were giving me crap because I only had 11 wide receivers on, and I couldn't decide who to put on wide receiver 12 on my list. And he was the guy that was kind of leading the pack for me. I like him a lot. He's not a flashy player, but I think he's one of those guys. If you told me that Deion Burks played in the league for 12 years and was a wide receiver 2, I'd believe it.
I would believe 3, wide receiver 3, but yeah,
I think he's more talented than a wide receiver 3, to be honest with you. And this might just be because Oklahoma Sooner kind of bias here, but
Wait, are
Sterling
you an
Shepard.
Oklahoma fan now? I thought you were a Texas fan.
No. I'm just because the comp, but Sterling Shepard I think is what I see when I see Deion Burks, and that may be a little bit of bias because I think I saw that when I was reading some scouting reports after I watched the All 22 and everything, and that just stuck with me. You guys know how much I like Sterling Shepard, and I do see a lot of the same player. But I just don't know that he's going to get draft capital, and that's the only reason I don't have him higher. If he gets draft capital, he raises a tier for me. I think he's a really, really safe player.
His ceiling to me would be like a Jacoby and Myers.
It's the only reason why, it's a big negative. It's just the injuries for me. Mm-hmm. And that's why I don't think he's going to get the draft capital.
Sterling Shepard fits.
Yeah, exactly right. Because it's the concussions, the soft tissue. It's just always he's just injured. So I just want to see him get in the league and cut that out. But I think he's a good player.
I mean, I have him at 13, so we're pretty similar.
I need to watch him more.
If he gets draft capital, he could be as high as 8 for me.
I was going to ask him or Bernard. The way you talked, it seems like you're more.
I like him better than Jeremy Bernard.
I was about to say, it feels like you're more excited about him.
I just think Jeremy Bernard is probably going to get better draft capital. And that's the only reason I have Jeremy Bernard ahead of him, because a lot of my rankings is just a tie between, what I like and then also, what I think is going to happen in the NFL draft. Yeah. But if Deion Burke, like I said, if he does get the draft capital, he's going to shoot up my board. I really, really like him.
Cool. All right. Well, it's time for my annual do not draft before the 3rd round list.
I like how you put that caveat in after
because
you told everybody not to draft Luther Burden.
People are misunderstanding. I would have taken Luther Burden in the top of the 3rd round, and I told everyone that. He was a late 2nd round value for me. That's why you don't draft him, because he won't fall to you. Zachariah Branch and Malachi Fields. Malachi Fields just is not going to work in the NFL. It's the prospects with that profile, with those testing numbers, don't work in the NFL. I'm out. Zachariah Branch is tiny.
Sucks.
That's it. They're not going to see him. He's not going to get enough targets. He's not worth my time.
I think he's so electric, and I think he can be a good receiver, but he needs to go to another country and gain like 2.5 inches from a surgery and then come back, because he has what it takes other than being tall enough to be seen consistently enough.
Yeah, he's like 5'7".
Came in at 5'8.5", I think.
5'8".
Okay.
I don't care. If he gets the draft capital, which I think he will, I have him at wide receiver 10 on my list. I'll take a shot on him. I saw Tank Dell come in and do really good things in the league. Now you can argue the injury and everything, but for where you're getting these guys, the Dynasty community just writes off completely, like Tank Dell was written off completely. They still paid their dividends, right? Like, you still were able to go and sell those players, once they were, productive in the league. So Tank Dell was easily worth a first for quite a bit.
If the issue I have with both of these guys is that their names, like Malachi Fields, popped up with all the big draft guys, his name early in the cycle. So I think a lot of people know him, and he's a name. And Zachariah Branch has been around in Devy circles for a long time, and he's just a name that people know. So I think that they're just going to go before I'm comfortable taking either one of these guys, which would be somewhere in the 3rd.
I'm cool with late second for Branch, assuming he gets capital. Fields, I probably won't have any shares either way, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean it sounds like Zachariah Branch is gonna get the opportunity to go like potentially even day one. From what like these
Yeah.
NFL insiders and stuff are saying. And
Mel
if that
Kiper.
happens, I mean,
Mel Kiper keeps
I'm
mocking him
taking
in the
him.
first.
I'm taking him in the second if that happens. Like easily, like not even a second thought. So for me, it's about opportunity because all these players have to do. They don't have to be good for a very long time. They just have to be good, and that's it. You can get rid of them.
I just don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
His ceiling to me is Tutu Atwell.
Such a different player. I don't agree
I
with that
don't.
at
I
all.
don't even think. Yeah, I don't.
I mean, they may look
Usage.
similar size-wise, but they're not even close to the same player.
The usage.
It's all. I don't like. I just don't believe anybody that watches Zachariah Branch and says that they know what he's going to be in the league. Like I don't think that's possible because the way he operated in college is not the way that he's going to be asked to operate in the NFL. So
Well, yeah,
it's just on
that's
if he can do it. But you see a player like we talked about Mekhi Lemon when Mekhi Lemon played out in the perimeter, outside of the slot, he was good. Zachariah Branch is an even more extreme version of that, right? Zachariah Branch was not asked to catch the ball past the line of scrimmage, but when he was asked to do it in that very small, limited sample size, he was really good at it. So I just want to see what he's asked to do in the NFL because he is an extremely good athlete.
Yeah,
Like if there's a player that's going to be an outlier, it's going to be a guy like Zachariah Branch.
yeah,
I agree with all of this. It's like Ladd. You know, Ladd went to Georgia and wasn't asked to do any of the things he's being asked to do in the NFL, but we all believed he could do it. Branch, it's just I was so disappointed in the height measurement. It's really the thing that's holding me back on him.
yeah.
I mean, how tall is Tank Dell? Like that's what he's going to be if he succeeds.
Yeah,
I
He's
think
going to
he
be
still
Tank Dell.
came in at like 5'10". I think.
yeah.
I mean, you don't become the number one player in your high school class, not position, class, and not be extremely talented. And that's
I
what
hear you. Yeah,
Zachariah Branch was.
I am not arguing the talent.
No, Tank Dell came in at 5'8". I just looked up his combine.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 5'8" and 5'8", so they're an eighth of an inch different.
I did think that he was taller. I did think Tank Dell was like 5'10".
But that's what you're hoping for me. That's what you're hoping. And you guys know I loved Tank Dell coming out. Like and it's because he played for Houston and I'm right here. I watched a lot of Houston games. He was really, really good for Houston. And you could just see it. Now, like I watch those kind of players and I say, hey, like if there's gonna be an outlier, it's gonna be Tank Dell, right? Same with Zachariah Branch to a lesser extent because Tank Dell was asked to do a lot more in college than Zachariah Branch was asked to do. But you see Zachariah Branch, you say if there's going to be an outlier, it's going to be a guy like this.
Okay. Is there anybody we missed? Anybody you guys would like to bring up?
Nope. It's everybody on mine.
All right, moving on. What's next on the sheet here?
Running
RB.
back.
Okay. We've already talked about Jeremiah Love, and we haven't even done running back yet. So
All right,
clearly,
let's go to tight end now.
yeah, clearly the 101 in the rookie class. Going to go high, going to go top 10, probably top 5.
Yeah.
In the NFL draft. Transcendent talent. The comps that I've seen are like Bijan, Emmett Smith. It's just like extremely high level running backs, like basically can't miss guys. After that, we all have Jadarian Price, right?
Yep.
We've talked about him a lot. Really good rushing profile. The receiving profile, he just wasn't asked to do in college. Chadden, I think he can do it. Austin, I think you're on the fence.
He's okay. He's not good after the catch, but he seems like he can catch.
I think we all agree that he's most likely going to be all of our RB2 in the class. It's just where the draft capital is, what the situation looks like. The one thing I could say though is if one of these other guys goes to Seattle, does that jump him up over Jadarian Price if Price doesn't go to as
No.
clean of a situation?
No.
No. Okay.
Because why would I take a back that I think is less talented than Kenneth Walker that goes to the team that killed Kenneth Walker?
Okay. Fair enough.
I just don't. I would not be very excited about that. I know probably the Dynasty community might, just because
that'd be a CEH type rise, especially if it's in round 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm.
But
that's what I'm curious about. If that's like a Fugazi landing spot.
Like if Mike Washington goes there at the end of the first, the community is going to go crazy. And I think it's possible. I'm not going to rule it out.
That would be an addition to my do not draft before the 3rd round list. Actually, no. I mean, Mike Washington's going to go before the 3rd round for me. All right. So Jadarian Price, if he goes, are we expecting him to go in the top 50?
I think that's the hope. I don't have that expectation, but I think that is the most realistic outcome is he flirts with that top 50 pick.
But
I think
realistically,
there's been a lot of talk of him going round 1.
Realistically, if he goes anywhere, up to the top of the 3rd round, we're still in on
Yeah, I'm good. As long as he's a top 2 round pick. And preferably the 2nd running back off the board, but at the same time, I don't really care about that much either.
I don't either.
I don't care about that either.
I don't care what one team thinks about one back, if they take a guy over. All right, so Jadarian Price will most likely be a 107 or later rookie pick for us, right? 107 to 112.
Yeah.
I would say probably 106 for me. And if he goes in the first, there's a chance for certain leagues I take him 105.
Wow.
But yeah, just depends.
Okay. Let's see.
And this is where it sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I have Mike Washington next, but I don't have a lot of conviction on that. I don't think he's the next best running back. I just think he's going to get some pretty good draft capital. And if he, the next 4 players are all like a tier for me. Really 5. I can throw Singleton in there too. So if he gets a clean landing spot and good draft capital, I'll be interested in him at the top of the 2nd round. But I can say the same thing for Katron Allen, Jonah Coleman, and to a lesser extent, Emmett Johnson. Just because he can be a pass catching back that does have some value. He would be more of a mid-second.
Yeah, honestly, Katron Allen's probably the one that excites me the 3rd most in this class. I currently have Jonah Coleman ahead of him because I think he's probably a safer prospect. But I mentioned pre-show, Katron Allen to me is a not as good Quinshon Judkins.
I think
I see him on tape.
I mentioned before, I think he's Gus. What was his name? What was his last name?
Gus Edwards.
Gus Edwards.
Gus the Bus.
I think he's Gus the Bus Edwards, yeah.
I think he's a very solid running back. I don't think he's very good out of the backfield as a receiver, but a 1st and 2nd down guy that can get you what you ask for and every once in a while get you 20 yards.
Guys that are becoming more popular in the league as teams go with these bigger sets, those bigger running backs are getting run. How do you see the next tier of running backs, Chad?
Same way I saw them 2 months ago. Yuck.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all gonna be draft capital for me. I would not be surprised if the 2 top backs go in some between round 1 and round 2. And then from there on, we don't see another back until the 4th round. I think that's possible.
Yeah,
I don't at all. I think Mike Washington tested himself into day 2 capital.
But there's still some of these like just from how it's being like mocked and stuff, like how these insiders are talking, it's still like they're still doubtful that he goes super early in the draft. And like
I
that's
mean,
the thing
watching the
that
tape,
is
I agree. I don't
no,
see
I'm
it.
just saying what they're saying. Like obviously I don't have any sources, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying these guys are talking to people and obviously it could be smokescreen because I mean yeah, I watch tape. I don't see a second round player, but they're still saying like there's a possibility he goes, round 4, could go round 2, could go round 3, but he's by no means a lock, right? So I think if there was a back that goes in the second or third round, after Jadarian Price, then it's going to be either Mike Washington or Jonah Coleman. But at that point for me, it's really just about hitting the value play on the next guy, unless it's a supreme landing spot, and rolling with that because I don't think either one are. I think Jonah Coleman's probably a better player, but I just don't think they're startable NFL running backs.
For the long term.
I just don't see it. Yeah, for the long term.
Yeah.
Yeah, not saying they can't, start 8 games in the NFL,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, they can be Woody Marks. It's kind of
Davey-
how that's been like my
yeah,
threshold for him is they can be the guy that comes in as a starter, gets hurt, and plays the remainder of the year, looks kind of good, and then a team's going to quickly say, okay, we're going to upgrade this position.
Jerome Ford, Damian
let's
Pierce.
Damian Pierce, yeah, like those kind of players. That's what I see with the rest of this class. At like, and I mean, there's some value in that, right? Because
Yeah,
Damian
absolutely.
Pierce was worth quite a bit of value. But as long as you know what these guys are from a talent perspective,
Right. That's
even if they
important.
start getting that hype, you can get rid of them and get some value. So that, to me, that's where the value in this class lies.
Yeah, I had one Woody Mark share that I got, I think, in the late 3rd round last year. I traded him as soon as I could get a couple seconds for him. He was off my roster.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think Mike Washington gets past San Fran in the 3rd. He's just Shanahan is such a sucker for that type of player.
Yeah, I think he's safe day 2 now. I hear Chad, but that somebody is going to fall in love with somebody that big that fast. Just teams do it every year after year.
I mean, Isaac Render, I hate saying his name.
Garendo.
Yes, Isaac went in the went in the 4th round and he tested better.
Yeah.
He was also not as good a player.
Correct. And that was also a better class, wasn't it?
I don't know
Mike
about
Washington's
that,
a better receiver.
I don't know about better player, to be honest with you.
Better receiver.
I think he's in a much worse class.
Yeah, I think that's the difference really is Garendo, if I'm not mistaken, was in a pretty good class. So he's going to be more likely to fall off later into day 3. Whereas this, teams are going to be needy. I mean, you can look now, there's still teams that need running back help, quite a bit of them. So these guys probably get inflated up a little bit from where they should.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see a run on these guys in the 4th.
Yeah.
Just how running back goes these days.
Yeah, we'll see. I do like Katron Allen a little bit. It will be interesting to see, how high draft capital he gets.
These guys are all butt players. They're really good at this, but they're really, Katron Allen's really good running back, but he can't catch. Jonah Coleman's a really good running back and can probably catch, but he's slow.
Really slow.
Like there's butts with all the rest of these guys. So serious flaws and just the talent level isn't great.
It kind of sucks. Like Nick Singleton, I was playing C2C in Devi when he came into college, and he was like the name coming out.
Yeah, he was a top guy.
And still is an athletic freak. He just never got it together on the field.
Yeah.
He was supposed
to good
as
a freshman, but Katron Allen also looked good as a freshman. So they kind of duoed their entire career
But Singleton was supposed to come in and relegate Katron and never did. Like he never
Nick
supplanted him like he should have.
Nick Singleton will be that player that if he makes his way to an NFL team that for some reason starts him, whether that's due to injury or what have you, and he finds his way on the field and he's in back of a good offensive line, he's gonna look really good, and I'm
Yes.
gonna sell him everywhere
Yeah.
because if he has a big hole, like that is an explosive athletic player. Like he's
Yes,
he's
he
gonna look
is.
really good. He just has no vision, man.
Yeah. This is Miles Sanders. Same college too.
Yeah.
Elite blindness. That's his
It's a talent.
superpower.
Yeah.
But
and I mean, I would even argue Miles Sanders is probably. I mean, not
Yeah,
even probably.
definitely.
Miles
definitely
Sanders was a
considerably
much better player
Yeah, he
than
was.
Nick Singleton was. But yeah.
Out of all of these guys, though, he's got the highest upside. The problem is he's also got the lowest floor. You know, he's got the floor of just
The
never
NFL will tell
failed.
us what somebody thinks about him. As long as he doesn't go late day 3, I'm going to have some shares, I think.
Even if he does, I'm going to have some shares just because I'll get them late.
In this class, sure, but I kind of mean shares that matter. Like I'll spend a little bit of draft capital on him. Whereas if he goes late day 3, if he's available in the late 3rd, sure. But yeah, after that, for me, I don't really care about a single back in this class. There may be one that becomes good, but I don't feel confident enough to say the name. I put a couple more just to kind of fill out a spot, but like I don't really like any of them. Like not even to the Woody Marks level. Like,
No.
ugh.
I mean, Seth McGowan a little bit in that bruiser sort of. Who is the guy? Zach Moss, like sort of a Zach Moss, like bruiser can catch the ball a little bit type of.
Yeah.
Let's move on to tight end.
There we go. Good position.
All right. We all obviously have Sadiq as our number 1 tight end. Let me just double check, Chad. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Actually, we all have the same top 3.
Yep.
So, Chad, you came around on Max Clare. Before we talk about Max Clare,
no, he was
came around on Max Clare. I was higher on Clare.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't heard you talk about him, so or not much anyway. But let's talk about Sadiq first, and just what's the highest you could see yourself taking him, and how comfortable would you be taking him there?
What's the premium?
It's 2.5.
0.5. Yeah.
0.5. Highest is 6th pick.
Yeah, same here.
And how comfortable are you with that pick?
Yeah, that's fine.
You're good. Okay.
Pretty comfortable. Yeah.
We already know that Jadarian Price could challenge for that spot. Are there any other players that could challenge for that 106 for you?
For me,
there's a bunch of players.
Okay. Yeah. All right, go.
Denzel Boston, Omar Cooper, Chris Bell, Casey Concepcion. Just draft capital.
Gotcha.
That's all it is.
How about you, Austin?
Draft capital, and also how the Dynasty community feels about the player, right? Because if you don't have to take somebody 106, you don't have to take him 106.
Right.
Those 3 receivers, Chris Bell probably not until he's healthy, which I'm not going to get that opportunity to draft him when he's healthy. But if an NFL team drafts him in the 1st, then he'll at least be in the thought process there. But yeah, it's those 3 receivers for me. It's not Jadarian Price unless he goes in the 1st. Sadiq in the 1st. So as a Panther fan, I've recently had to do a ton of rewatching on Sadiq because every fan in the world feels like he's going to be the pick now at 19 because they kind of plug their biggest needs in the free agency. So like the next big need is finding a weapon. And I just keep going back and forth on how excited I am for him. Some days it's a lot. Some days I'm like, no way in heck I'm taking him at 19. Today's one of those days where I'm excited for him. I think he's a plus blocker. Obviously a freak athlete. But he doesn't have the production that we see from most tight ends that come
Yeah.
out and produce high levels.
That's what
Like,
scares me too.
The only name that he comps with in the past decade at the position is Noah Fant. Their metrics are
Bro.
almost identical. Their testing's almost identical. Now, Sadiq is a much better blocker, so he will be on the field considerably more. But everything else profile-wise is very similar to Noah Fant.
Mm.
So
Such a huge miss.
that's a yellow flag for sure. But he is going to change an offense. He is going to be a weapon for an NFL offense, and he's going to get the draft capital. So for that case, he's a clear one for me today. Don't ask me tomorrow. I may watch some more and get pissed off, and may say Max Clare can flirt with the one for me in the position. So I don't know.
Max Clare's not getting there for me. I mean, I like Max Clare. He's definitely my 2. I can't put Stowers was my 2 to start this process.
Same.
But then I watched him and he couldn't block me. So, Max Clare's a complete tight end that can do everything. And I like his receiving skills. I really want the Eagles to take him. I think we'd have to use our second on him, but I'd really like to see the Eagles take him at the end of the second.
I wouldn't be shocked if Max Clare went at the end of the first round. Like, I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a very good player.
Yeah.
He's another guy that just didn't get any production though. But I mean, what Ohio State tight end gets production? I'm willing to lump him into sort of not as talented, not nearly as talented, but sort of like a Loveland sort of category where I know he's talented. He just didn't get the run, because of the team.
Yeah. I think he's a really good complete tight end. I think he is going to absolutely improve the NFL offense quickly. I think he's going to be able to step in year one and be used as a starter, which is great for a rookie tight end.
If he goes in the second, I'd rather have him. Like, if he goes in the second of Dynasty rookie drafts, I'd rather have him than Kenyon Sadiq at the 106.
Yes, absolutely. Even if it's
I think, me too.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
I mean, I just see he's like a Tucker Kraft kind of player, like a just do it all. He's going to be out there every play, making all the necessary blocks, and is a really good player as a pass catcher. I think he's really good at it. So I'm very excited about him. He's the kind of player that goes under the radar because he doesn't have like the Evan Ingram, Kenyon Sadiq, David Njoku kind of numbers testing, but he is like the type of tight end that works in the league. That we just see it just works. Yeah. So I'm excited about him.
Dallas Goedert. Maybe not as fast as Dallas Goedert, but
I don't have a problem with that. I don't know. He feels complete. He's the more we talk about him, the more I don't want the Panthers to spend 19 on Sadiq. This is what happens. I watch Sadiq, I get excited. I think about Claire, or I think about one of these other guys we're about to talk about, and I'm like, well, they don't need to spend 19 on him because they're just not that far apart for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Kenyon Sadiq is all like upside, right? But
yeah,
I mean, you could make the argument he wasn't even the best tight end on his team, which I mean is not saying a whole lot because there's another really good tight end on his team. But I mean, I don't know. Like, there's just periods where you watch Kenyon Sadiq and he's very athletic, and that's what you get out of it. He's very, very athletic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't want to. Like I said, I'd be more than happy to spend the 106 on him in a tight end premium league. But if Max Clare gets the draft capital, I mean, give me him in the second round every day of the week.
Agreed. Yeah, I'm with you. All right. All right. So, anything you want to say about Stowers that we didn't already say, Chad?
No, not really. I think you guys like him more than I do.
Okay. I want to say he's probably my most volatile player at the position. I could see him flirting with tight end 2 in the class or tight end 6 in the class. and I think capital and landing spot's going to make a big difference with that. I'm really worried he's going to be a team's tight end too, or
Yeah.
like move tight end only.
Yeah.
And so you're going to see, 40 to 60% of snaps for his early career. I mean, he can develop. I mean, we tight ends typically take a few years. We've been lucky these past couple years, but overall, most tight ends take 2 to 3 years to see their progression start. And I think he could be that if he doesn't go in the right system.
He his ceiling to me is like Laporta or Kincaid. His floor is like Luke Musgrave. Or who was the one that went to Dallas and could never beat out Ferguson? Shoemaker.
It's a pretty
Guys
low
that I
floor.
Yeah, guys that I liked that didn't make it, because they're one dimensional. But his ceiling, I just don't. It's just capped, you know. Unless he goes to a team that is going to make him their full time slot receiver, I don't know. I just don't see that. I don't really see that happening. But unless that happens, his ceiling is capped.
I do want to say the production is there and the
Mhm.
analytics are absolutely there. So he actually profiles as an analytics side up there with the elite tight end prospects. I think our worry is that he isn't on the field enough to show that.
Right.
Because I mean he's up there with like Bowers and Fannin last year as production profiles. Yards per route run is almost 3 yards per route run for a tight end. That's ridiculous. So, he has some numbers to see why you can see a ceiling profile. It's just, is he going to be there enough?
Actually,
to
now that I
come
think
out?
about it, there is a comp for him that could work, and that would be Gadsden. Because they're not asking Gadsden to go out there and block
Yeah,
people.
yeah, that's kind of
You know,
what you're
they
Yeah,
wanting.
he's barely playing tight end, but
yeah they
I mean,
legit
teams just aren't really doing that much. Like
right
that's why, you got to wait for the landing spot on those kind of guys.
right exactly. All right, Michael Trigg is my fourth and your fourth, Austin. Just an athletic monster. He didn't test at the combine. God, I wish he had.
Yeah, he's
Talk to me.
another Debbie guy.
Yeah, right. He's been around
Was a
forever.
big name coming out. Had a really good freshman season. Got hurt and was kind of never the same production wise. Always had moments. But yeah, athletic specimen. We call him an average blocker. I think he's good enough.
Yeah, good enough.
I don't think he's going to be a team's tight end one early on, but he can absolutely develop into that. He's got the size to do it as well. That's one thing with Stowers we didn't mention is he doesn't have the size currently to be a one. Trig does, but I have him in a big tier. I ended up ranking 9 tight ends, and to be honest, they're all kind of in the same tier from here, 4 through 9. I kind of like aspects of every single one of them, but they all have their question marks.
Now, the only reason I put him above Roush, because I think Roush is currently a better player. Trigg's upside is just so much higher. He's like literally, he could be the tight end one if he were to
Yeah.
put it all together.
Yeah, he has moments of Antonio Gates, and I know that's a ginormous comparison name, but like you watch him and if you watch his highlights, you say, "Yo, that dude's legit."
Yeah, if he were to ever really put it all together, he could be that kind of player. I agree.
But that's a big if, and I'm not trying to say that's what he would be. Just he
Right.
is that profile of a tight end.
But I would absolutely take a swing on a guy like this mid-second.
Yeah, I'm hoping for late second. I think that's kind of more where I would want to be, kind of where we got Arroyo and Ferguson last year.
Yeah.
Whereas I think the first 3 guys were looking more towards where we drafted these early to mid second guys. I'm aiming for this next group to be my late second or third round picks. That's kind of where I'm at with Trig.
Yeah, mid-second is fine for me. Well, I was taking those guys mid-second last year as well. But Roush is sort of a floor play. Roush is a really good player, man. He can block.
A floor play?
Well, I don't mean that to be. That just came out wrong. I just think he's a really good, solid player right now, Sam Roush. I just think he's going to come in and be a good player in the NFL. I just don't think that he's going to be, a top 5 tight end in Dynasty.
I think he has one of the highest upsides of any of the tight ends in this class.
Really?
I like him a
Okay.
lot. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, outside of the arm length thing, that's really the biggest knock on him. We just haven't seen a tight end, come into the league with arms like a T-Rex, which is what he has. But I mean, he's a dominant blocker. He's an incredibly athletic player. He runs routes really well. He has really no holes in his game outside of, the arms he was born with. So I mean, he's been playing football with those short arms for a very long time, and he's been really good at it. So I want to see what he looks like in the league. The only reason I have him 4 and don't have him higher is because I just don't know what kind of draft capital he's going to get. I mean, he's 270 pounds, ran a 4.7 flat.
Yeah. So
that is crazy.
Yeah,
he did hit the threshold. I always want to bring up when we tight end. Sorry, Chad, is for fantasy production, almost every top 5 tight end goes 4.7 or below. And I know 40s don't matter, except for tight ends, they do. You can look back in the past, almost every single one. I think there's like one outlier a year kind of thing, but they pretty much all have 4.7 flat, not 4.7 something, 4.69, 4.7 flat or better numbers in the 40.
Outside of
and
Max
he is
Clare,
270 pounds.
Yeah, he's huge.
Big dude.
And 38 and a half vert.
Hmm.
I mean, he is an athletic freak. And I love everything about him as a player. If he gets draft capital, he'll probably be one of my most owned players in Dynasty coming out of the class.
So I do think Max Clare is like a smoother, more natural pass catcher, and that's why I like him better. But outside of him, I think Roush is the best football player out of all the tight ends.
Yeah, I think he has the potential very early on to find himself, like I said, if he gets the draft capital, to be the tight end on a team, just because he's a physical monster, and he plays the position well.
That's what I meant by floor, is that I just think he's going to be able to step into the NFL and play right away.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what he's able to do. I wish, I mean, I didn't watch a lot of Stanford. I wish I had caught on to him earlier because, I watched his tape and really enjoyed it, and it just made me kind of get depressed a little bit that I didn't watch a lot of Stanford and didn't get to enjoy him in his college career as much.
I've never been depressed that I didn't watch Stanford.
Like I said, he's one of my favorite players in the class. I like Sam Roush a lot.
That's it for me. Why don't you guys talk about what you like about the rest of your list?
You hit me with your number 5, Chad. Or 6, or both.
6. Right.
No, this is
yeah.
5.
So I've got Jack Endries, I think. Hold on. Let me
yeah, Jack Endries.
Yeah. With this one, I will use the term correctly. There will be a little bit of bias, because Jack Endries played for Texas. But no, I think Jack Endries is a good player. He's just one of those guys I think can be a league average tight end. Nothing kind of special about him. But yeah, I mean, kind of after Sam Roush for me, it kind of takes a little bit of a drop. It's a pretty substantial tier break. So not very excited about him. I just think he's a good player. Could get some production out of him.
So at 6, my ceiling play is Oscar Delp. You want to talk about lack of production profile? Watch his tape and you're not going to see much. But when you find the tape that he does get involved, it looks really good. And I don't know if any of y'all saw his pro day stuff. The dude, he has ankles like a wide receiver, except for he's sized at tight end. So just an exciting upside play. It'll be somebody I take in the late 3rd, early 4th, and hope he gets the field early enough to give me some return.
Okay, right on. Both of you guys have Tanner Causiel. Who's that? Who that?
That's my upside play. Go ahead, Austin.
I'm totally fine with that as well. He was going to be another upside. That's kind of where I'm at with Justin Jolly. He's 7, Kozel at 8, and injuries at 9. They're all upside plays. I think they all have the ability to become a fantasy relevant tight end. He's an exciting player, man.
Yeah.
He's got good hands, good breaking in and out for what you want to see as a tight end, and a good enough blocker to see the field. So it's kind of what you want to see.
Who's that? Tanner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll put him on my list.
If he gets into an NFL program and gains some weight, I'd be very excited to see what he looks like, because he's I mean he looks big, but what did he weigh in at? I think it was like 245 or something like that.
Yeah, it's right at it was right at Sadiq, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but he plays it. He plays it.
6'7", 242.
Yeah. So he's got
6'7".
some
Yeah.
yeah, he's a big dude. Like he's a big guy, but he just needs to gain some weight. He needs to put some mass on him. But I'd be very excited to see what he looks like, because he's a pretty athletic player, not a ton of production. But yeah, he's right at that 4.7 kind of threshold. You know, just for his size, it's pretty impressive what he does. And I think he can be a pretty good pass catcher in the league. But yeah, just needs to put on some mass.
Yeah, he just needs a little vitamin D ball. He'll be fine.
NFL's good at it.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Just go down to Colombia or whatever for a couple months in the off season. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
There's whole islands where you can just go do whatever you want.
It sucks because like he does everything well outside of like the physical parts of the tight end position, and he's 6'7". Like, it makes no sense. So yeah, if he can run block better, if he can add a little physicality to his game, and find a way to play with some more strength, I think he'd be a pretty exciting player.
He's like what Malachi Fields should be. A tight end.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't argue with that. All right, guys. Anything else? Anyone else you want to bring up? Any of the categories? Anybody that we missed? Anyone you just want to talk about?
Next year's class. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't bring up
about a lot of names, and I'm gonna be honest. At least half of them I don't really care about.
I forgot.
Just want to say that.
I forgot Dolores Claiborne. He's got some speed.
I don't even think that's his name.
That's not his name, Jesse.
It's Demond. I call him.
I was actually going to bring that up because I wasn't sure if you were serious, because you actually wrote Dolores Claiborne.
You wrote it.
It's Demond Claiborne. I call him Dolores Claiborne because that's a Stephen King novel and movie. If you've ever seen Misery, it's like a not as good version of that.
Was it in black and white?
Stephen King, dude.
He's pretty old, isn't he?
All of his stuff was 70s or later.
Oh, okay. That's not black and white time?
No, sir.
Oh, my fault.
No, sir. Ugh. Copy paste Austin old statement here.
It works.
It does. It's funny every time.
It derailed.
I laugh literally every time.
If you try to derail me as the host, then yes, it works.
Yeah, I literally laugh every time.
All right, okay. That's it.
Dolores. You're talking about Dolores.
Dolores Claiborne. No,
yeah.
He's fine.
You just want to bring his name up. That was it.
Yeah.
You didn't want to say anything else about him.
I did. You guys just weren't listening. He's fine. Satellite back. He could be a backup player. He's got a little speed. Can catch the ball.
He could be a backup player. This is the 26 rookie class. If I've ever heard it.
He's really fast.
Yeah,
really fast.
He looked good in the Underwear Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I can say about this running back class is they are jacked, man. They all looked really good in their shorts. No diddy.
Thank you.
It's probably gonna be a good kick returner though. Said he's
What's that?
probably going to be a good kick returner.
Yeah. Oh,
That is
yeah, you're
true.
probably right about that. Yeah, that's true. All right,
Same
we're
thing
in
with Branch. That's one thing with Branch. Branch is going to
Yes,
be a kick returner.
I did mean to bring that
Yeah.
up. In leagues that I get significant points for that, it's, I guess, a factor. I hate admitting it. All right,
It's off the clock.
overtime. What you got for me, Austin?
Two things. One, the NCAA tournament. Um, I love Dynasty football, but basketball is my first love. And this time of year, I will watch as much of it and all of it as I can. So I've been watching on my phone. I've been sneaking into work and watching it as much as I can on the TV in the office, and then sometimes just watching it on the TV in the office and not even sneaking. Um, so as much of the basketball, I love the chaos. I love watching how much heart these guys play with. It doesn't have to be the best basketball. Like Jesse, me and you were talking about the UMBC game on Tuesday, the playing game, and like I said to my dad that it was a great basketball game, and he was like, "It was all right," but for me, it was great. Like the effort they play with is so much fun to watch.
It was a fun
Um,
game.
so it's just my time of year. I love watching it. And the other thing is, I have gotten deep down a rabbit hole of playing emulator on my computer. It's where you can play like classic games, and
Yeah.
it's a disaster to be honest. Um, yeah, I've been playing Pokemon Fire Red Leaf Green, and then playing this specific thing called Kaizo Ironmon, and it is crazy. Like it's a lot of fun. If anybody does play the video games or the Game Boy games at some point, and you just kind of get tired of doing a regular run through, it's a lot of fun. But it's a deep rabbit hole.
When he tells you he's down a rabbit hole, like don't get it twisted. This is not hyperbole. Like he is
No,
texting
yes,
me at 2 a.m.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I finally beat the second gym boss. Like that's how it's a lot, man. So you have to restart every time you die, and you can only use one Pokemon the entire time.
So you don't have a lot of emulators that I've played have just like a save. You can just save to a disc.
Well, I can save it, but when you die, the whole point of the game is you have to restart from the beginning.
But you
That's what
just
makes it hard.
Yeah, that's the point.
create a save point right before then, and you're
Well,
fine.
that's cheating the
No, it's
system.
not. It's not like it's you. If you were you, this is what you were signing up for. Like
Yeah,
you
this
want
is
that.
part of the challenge.
Okay.
It's beating the entire game with one Pokemon from the jump. There's more to it. Like it's actually all random, which is even more crazy. But yeah, you play the entire game with one Pokemon start to finish, and you can't die.
Yeah. First emulator I found. Yeah, it took up a lot of my time. I've remembered a lot of games from my childhood, and
Could
a lot
not
of
put that Pong down.
a lot of them were terrible games. A lot of the Atari games that I went back and tried to play were just so bad. But a couple of them I found were just easily playable. Again, Phantasy Star 4. You guys ever get a chance to play Phantasy Star 4? An amazing game. All of the Final Fantasies, but Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah,
Those are good.
7 is awesome.
Yeah,
Probably the best, probably the greatest video game. Well,
how many times have they remade that game?
Numerous times. But yeah, I mean, I guess up until like God of War and Assassin's Creed and Red Dead Redemption, that was always to me the best video game ever.
Yeah, those are some good good call outs for sure.
Chad, what about you? Watch anything good?
Well, I've been so my kid, he gets into this my oldest kid, he's 6, and he gets into these little rabbit holes where he starts watching YouTube videos of other kids playing video games. That's a thing nowadays.
Yeah.
And so look at me sounding all old. I'm like,
you do sound really old there because I do that.
32 years old, yeah. But anyways, yeah, so he's watching these games, and these kids play these games, and he's watching this farming simulator game, and it's just begging for it. And I'm like, I'm not buying you a farming simulator game, dude. Like, number one, we own a ranch, so go outside.
You live on a ranch, walk outside.
Yeah, we have cows, dude. Like,
go raise those cows.
Yeah. But no, he's super excited about it. So we got it for him. Downloaded on the PlayStation 5 and all that kind of stuff. So he's asking every day to play it now. And I'm helping him out with it. And we bought a little farm and all this kind of stuff. But I asked him, I'm like, okay, so like when we download this farming simulator, I'm like, what are you gonna do? Like, how do we start this thing off? You know, how do we get into our farm? And he's like, well, first we got to steal a tractor. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you talking? We're not stealing a tractor, man. And he's like, that was my plan all along. If we don't steal a tractor, I don't know what to do. Well,
No plan, no idea like to buy a tractor. Just
no,
take it.
luckily the game lets you start off with a loan. So we started off with $1 million loan. So I'm trying to take him away from the idea of stealing a tractor. So
You didn't let him learn
yeah.
the consequences? That'd have been way more fun. I would have
Well,
tried.
if they like had a part of the game where, you know, they sentence you to prison, then I would have let him do it.
All right,
Like,
buddy,
look how
that
fun
means
this is, man.
while your character is in prison, you have to go sit in the closet. Now go.
Yeah. Now for the next year, you have to sim through this 30-year prison sentence. But
1 week at a time.
yeah. No, but no, it's been a pretty fun game. He's been playing that and I've been watching him do that. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I've had time for. Farming sim.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fun. He's gonna graduate. To
Those
GTA.
simulators are kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie.
This
I
one's
download-
really good. Like it's really
Dude.
realistic and everything. Yeah.
I downloaded a trucking simulator like 2 years ago, and for like 6 or 8 weeks, it was all I did in my free time. I just trucked the entire U.S. Oh man, I had everything going. I was killing it, and then I just
It is
randomly never
incredible,
touched
dude.
it again.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was
it's
like,
so much
man,
fun.
we were so like while we're playing it, and he was wanting to like grow soybeans, and I had to like look up how you you know grow soybeans, what kind of like fertilizer you need, like what kind of machinery you need to like actually, you know, harvest it and all this kind of stuff. Like it was just a whole rabbit hole. So I'm like googling different information on soybeans, and it's so realistic. Like you have to do like 6 different things to be able to harvest this crap.
That's
And
awesome. It's a good learning tool.
One, it sounds
yeah,
like
it's
he's
pretty
gonna
cool.
graduate to GTA soon, and two,
Yeah, yeah.
It's true.
it sounds like you might want to try to get him steered towards Texas A&M. Get an
Well,
agricultural degree.
well, Jesse, so the one thing you have to learn about kids is that this is going to last a week. I will have spent
Right.
$70 on this game. I will amass, you know, probably like 120 hours over this week into this game that we will dedicate our lives to. And then one day he'll wake up and he won't want to touch it anymore.
Yeah.
And I'll just have to live with that.
Yeah. I still do that. So I haven't developed very well, I don't think.
What is the video game for you guys you have played out the most, like to the furthest string of what you can play a video game? I don't mean just beating
God,
it.
a lot. NBA 2K is the one I've absolutely played the most. But I mean, Call of Duty's Halo when I was younger.
For me, it was MLB The Show.
That's a good one.
I played the franchise mode, the Road to the Show.
Yeah.
I played the franchise mode for so many seasons that there were no more major league players anymore. They were all just the simulated players that came into the draft. But I knew all of them. Like I knew them all as well as I knew Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber. It's nuts. Like I was in like 2080 or 2090 or whatever. I can't remember.
I did that
COVID.
with Madden 1 year.
I did,
And
yeah, I did that with Madden.
I remember when
I used to go nuts with Madden with that too. I would really play it out.
The incoming rookie class was retiring. Was really cool to see. Like that when you made it to that point, it's like, oh man, I've done it.
I did that with that. I don't know if you guys remember that NFL 2K game.
Yeah.
I played the crap out of that game. Yeah, and the like ESPN highlights and everything, and the halftime shows, that never got old. I love that game so much.
I agree. Yeah, it was a nice alternative to, because like in those days Madden wasn't great. Like Madden had hit like a lull those years weren't awesome. It was a nice alternative.
And it was $20 when it came out.
Right. That's true. Yeah, it was a cheap alternative too. Yeah, they were really smart to make that game.
And then
They didn't
I don't know
have
if you guys had
licensing
heard.
for all the players though, from what I remember.
No, they did. They did.
A few of the players were like I don't think they had Michael Vick.
Well, there was probably a reason for that during that time.
Actually, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no,
there's a different reason
they
there.
had the NFL license, and then what happened was a little bit of gaming history here. So Madden came out, and then right after Madden came out, 2K released that game, 2K5 with Terrell Owens on the cover, and for $20, and Madden had to come apart about it because they didn't really have any competition at the time.
Right.
And it sold so well. And so what Madden did was EA went to the NFL and bought the exclusive rights.
Yep.
So that was 2K's last game because they didn't
Gotcha.
have the rights to make it anymore.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's the same thing with NBA and 2K. They have exclusive rights.
Yep. But in that case, NBA Live sucked.
Yeah, that is
for so long.
Terrible.
Yeah, NBA Live was a terrible game. That's why I never picked up 2K because I just got out of basketball games. Like it was not in my wheelhouse anymore.
NBA Street was awesome.
Oh, NBA Street was awesome. NFL Street was awesome.
NFL Street, that's all right. You could check guys into the boards and start tackle guys into the boards. Yeah, that was a fun game.
Yeah. And then you have to mention Blitz off of that.
Absolutely.
Blitz was awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
The baseball version of that kind of game though was terrible. Where like you could have a 20-minute.
You didn't like Slugfest?
You had a 20-minute fist fight on second base. It was so ridiculous.
I was winning too.
Yeah, I think I was the right age to where it was good.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
Yeah, sometimes you wanted to hit the second baseman.
Yeah, sometimes you needed to.
I was the perfect age when NBA Jams came out. God, it was right before I went away. It was like
that was PlayStation 2, right?
Oh, I don't.
It's the original Xbox, so whatever that equivalent to was.
I don't remember which PlayStation it was. But yeah, it was like right before I went away to college. It came out, and then in college we just had huge NBA Jam tournaments. That and the original Sega Hockey NHL game, which I'm not even a hockey fan. That game was just iconic in the day.
Yeah,
92 and 93 hockey.
92 and that's the year I was born. Just FYI.
I was born in 93.
Yeah,
wow,
92 for me.
I graduated high school in 92.
Yeah, I think we're talking about a different NBA Jam. Just so you know,
93 was my freshman year in.
Because you said you played it in college. That definitely is not the same game.
NBA
I was
Jams.
playing the one. Who was it?
Was talking about?
It's 2-on-2. He's on fire.
Yeah. So, Chad, we're talking about that's NBA Street is the one that we're talking about where you could do like the triple alley oops and stuff like that.
I thought
NBA Jams is just 2-on-2. The players had big heads.
That's where Peter Griffin's like corner three.
Yes.
Corner three.
Yeah,
that's NBA. That's the original NBA Jams.
NBA Jams. Yeah, it was such a fun game. It was like the first, just I don't even know what to call it. Just like non-realistic sports game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they remade it for the Xbox 360, which is where I played it. I think it was like it came out on the Xbox. That's where I played it.
Right on.
But the game I probably sunk the most time into throughout like middle school and like the beginning of high school was this game called RuneScape. I don't know if you guys had ever heard of that. It was like some kind of
I've never played it, but
yeah, some kind of computer game. I played so much of that when I was a kid. And then got into girls. So yeah.
That's when I stopped. When we were growing up, video games were less of a thing because it was like Atari and Intellivision, and the games you could only play them for so long. We played Dungeons and Dragons as kids, and then when I found sports, I quit Dungeons and Dragons, and then when I found girls, I stopped talking about it, and it was banned from all conversation with those friends that I had. I remember specifically like when we were in our 20s, we were like, just like bored. We decided we were going to start playing D&D again, and we started like we were just sitting around drinking, playing D&D, and we had neighbors that were pretty good looking girls or whatever, and they came and knocked on our door, and my one roommate starts going, put everything away, it's a raid. We had to put all the Dungeons and Dragons shit away before we could let them in. They're like, what are you guys doing? We're like, watching basketball, watching hockey, whatever.
I'm definitely glad it's more accepting now.
Yeah. I mean, it was more accepting when I was in school too.
Yeah, same
I mean,
here. Yeah.
Oof, not me, man. That was the kiss of death.
Yeah, we all gamed at my age.
Yeah.
Nah, it's when I was younger. It was you were considered just like a complete nerd if you did that stuff.
I used to
anyway, but
I used to get in trouble because I used to play games with my buddies and stuff all the time, and like girlfriends would walk in and everybody would be ignoring them and stuff. But I mean, that's the time to do that kind of stuff. Can't do that now. So
yeah, that's why I don't play video games anymore except for on my phone, because I'm married. You know, like I should be spending that time with her, and she doesn't play video games. So if she did, we could share that kind of thing. But she
should have kids, because now I have an excuse. I just play.
That is true. That is true. I will say I played a little Fortnite with her youngest during COVID. That was fun.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm like, so this new game's coming out, and child, you will like this game.
Yeah.
you will like this game. Repeat after me.
Yeah, your kids have no choice but to love Pokemon, because they will be in it. They will be immersed in it.
I mean, no, like, man, there's so much. The one thing, there's so much reading in the game, right? Because there's obviously like no voice acting or anything like that. So I'm just like reading everything for him. I'm like, this is awful. Like, did my parents have to do this for me, or did I just like skip everything?
I definitely just tapped A as many times as I could, as quick as I could, until I could move again. That's definitely what happened.
He has to know what everybody says, so he'll walk up to random people in Pallet Town, and he's like, hey, what does this person say? I'm like, the person says, did you know you can pause the game and do this random like kind of thing? It's just like a hint.
Yeah.
Or like the person says, I love Pikachu. And so he comes up to me like 100 times a day and he's like, what does this say?
Oh, God.
What is this guy saying? I'm like, oh, it doesn't matter, man.
Now you're reminding me.
No, but
I don't have kids.
Cool. No, it's fun though. It's fun.
Uh-huh. So the wife and I actually went to the UMBC conference championship game against Vermont. They won and got themselves into the play-in, which they lost to Howard, but it was a really good game. But the game we went to, they won. It was really exciting. It was the first college basketball game I've ever been to, actually, and it was a blast. Really cool little arena at UMBC. My wife works there, so that's why it was exciting. That's why she wanted to go. Free tickets. So
heck yeah,
really good time. And other than that, we've been watching The Pit. Have you guys? Have you guys been watching?
I can't watch it.
Why?
I can't. Too much blood and stuff for me.
Oh, they're graphic. It's graphic.
Yeah, I know. Hannah is obsessed with it. Like, it is her favorite show.
I kind of want to go upstairs after this and start watching it again without my wife and just pretend I didn't, and then watch it again. That's how much I'm into it. I can't really admit it at work because my boss hates it. He compares it to This Is Us because he says everybody cries all the time. I don't know. I think it's very intense.
Yeah, I haven't heard anybody say they don't like it. I just know I can't do it. It's too much for me.
I really like it. Have you watched it, Chad?
No, I have to check it out. I keep hearing people talk about it, though.
I don't watch medical or police dramas for the most part. Like, I've never watched a police drama. I mean, I'm sorry. I've never watched a medical drama like House or I don't know any of the other ones.
Yeah, me and Hannah watched like 9 seasons of Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy, I never watched that.
House is legit. I love House.
Yeah, House is good.
It's just not a genre that like ever interested me, and those shows strike me as more of like a relationship show that's probably more about the relationship between the doctor and one of his nurses or something. I don't know. And so like this show is not that. This show is like about the medical stuff. And yeah, the interpersonal relationships are there. That's what TV shows are all about, but it doesn't focus on that. There's no like love story run through it like there was like in Nurse Jackie. Oh, I'm a liar. I did watch Nurse Jackie, but only recently. So, but the Pit is just super intense, and from what I understand, what I've heard from medical people, friends of mine, that they're pretty accurate.
Yeah, I've
They-
heard the
they-
same.
But do they break into the person's house to find out why they are ill
No,
and
'Cause
find
they
the
do that on
terminal?
House.
no,
Yeah,
that's not
all the
gonna
time.
happen. Oh God,
House is awesome.
no, that's not gonna happen.
House is like, hey, you know what we're gonna do for this patient? Let's just go break into their house.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they'll find what's wrong though. He will figure it out.
Okay. Sounds like that show jumped the shark early on.
No, House is awesome.
Okay. Right on.
Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to bring up to rag on Jesse really hard about, and I wanted it on recorded podcast. The fact that you don't like Rush Hour is one of the craziest
Oh my
things to me
gosh.
that I've literally ever heard.
It's so corny. It's so cheesy. How can you find any of that funny?
How can I not? Do you
It's
understand the
so
words that
funny.
are coming out of my mouth?
Okay.
Don't nobody understand the words that are coming out of your mouth, man.
I mean, I had entirely enough Chris Tucker on Friday. And after that, and if you
So you
ever
didn't like him in that? If you
No,
say
I
that-
did like no, that I did, but that's all I
Phew.
needed. And then if you've ever have you ever seen The Fifth Element
Yeah.
with Bruce Willis?
Yeah.
That's it. I don't need any more Chris Tucker ever again after that. He just does not.
What?
He's not. I don't like him. I don't like the things he says or the way he says them. They annoy me. Oh God, I sound so old.
You
Oh
are
my-
old.
Chris Tucker is literally a national
In the
treasure.
90s, Chris
Oh,
Tucker
jeez.
was phenomenal.
I mean,
I
wasn't
will
he-
watch
Wasn't he just high on
anything Chris
PCP the
Tucker
whole
is in.
time? Wasn't that his deal? Or
You
is
know,
that
on
just,
Friday, that was
or is
the-
that just
the skit.
Smokey?
Yeah, that was Smokey.
But I think he did
Yeah.
have issues.
Yeah, he was funny.
I
I just wanted the podcast record to make sure.
I just
that
disagree.
was
I just
done.
disagree. I think that those movies are cheesy and not funny, and I couldn't make it through. tried.
That is
The amount of
ridiculous.
times I've watched Rush Hour 1 and 2. I've watched it probably 5 times a piece.
Like,
Not
I
this year because
understand.
we're in March, but
I
in the past
understand
12
if
months. for
They're
sure.
movies that you grew up with, and they were funny to you as a kid, so that they're funny to you now. I understand that, but if like
No, it's just a good movie.
That's not, yeah. Like I loved Anchorman growing up. I don't like Anchorman anymore.
I mean,
I don't find it funny.
It was funny for the time. It's dated now.
Yeah. Rush
lot of-
Hour's not like that.
Yeah,
Rush Hour
it
is timeless.
No, it's
Absolutely.
not. No,
Rush Hour is
timelessly
timeless.
cheesy. It will always be cheesy and corny.
I truly think you're the first person I've ever heard say that.
Wow.
I've never met a person that didn't like Rush Hour.
Yeah, that I can't bring it up to, and we
It's-
laugh about like 5 different scenes.
I don't
it's
have a
literally-
friend that I could sit down and watch that movie with.
It's literally
had me.
like if there was somebody that I had nothing at all ever in this world to say anything to, right? Like we had nothing in common. I might bring up Rush Hour and be like, "Man, I just watched Rush Hour yesterday," and we can at least have that conversation.
Yeah, and they would like it too.
Yeah, they would love it. And
So are
we
you
talk
gonna-
about the Snoopy scene. That's probably not something that could be done today.
I don't
Or
even know what that is.
That's the problem.
yeah.
Are you going to say the same thing about Fast and Furious?
The first one's really good, but it's dated. Too Fast, Too Furious is really good, but it's dated.
Okay.
And after that, I don't really care that much. But
Yeah.
yeah, they're iconic. I'll watch them, and probably part of that's because I grew up on it. But
Okay.
no, I've still never seen 9 or 10, and I'm a huge car person. Never seen them.
I did
me,
like the
to-
first one actually.
Yeah.
But I was a lot younger.
To-
Go ahead, John.
To me, Rush Hour is like Elf.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
God.
great
or
movie too.
like
That's blasphemy. And
It's
it's
a
one of
gr-
the greatest Christmas movies ever.
Agreed.
yeah, Rush
It- it-
Hour is one of the greatest.
It could be on
comedies
the
ever.
Rush comedies
Yeah.
ever.
It's up
It could-
there for me.
We're just not going to agree on this.
And
stuff.
same thing with Friday. That's another. That
Oh,
is
Friday's
the
hilarious.
Friday
Yeah, Friday's
trilogy is what
amazing.
might be one of my favorite trilogies of all time.
Friday After Next makes me want to cry though.
Why?
It's just.
I
not
love
good.
it. The more I watch it, the more I like it.
Is that the one with Pinky
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the baby powder?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I
love-
think the problem is that Chris Tucker was a genius in Friday,
he
and
was.
then Mike Epps just is a poor excuse.
But see, you got to accept him for who he is, and it's really good then.
When I go back and watch next Friday, I can do that. That's the one at the strip mall, right?
No, that's the third one.
With Cat Williams. Oh, okay. All right. Then that one's grown on me.
Yeah. The second one's when they're at his house. when
Oh,
they move-
right.
They move out of the hood.
Right. Okay. Yeah,
Man,
that one's
I-
that one's actually probably not as good as Friday After Next now I think about it. But go on, Chuck.
I love that Chris Tucker, found God and got religious and didn't want to do any of those, secular movies anymore and stuff. But I wish he had postponed that a little bit.
Yeah, let the Friday 4 come out that they
Yeah.
agreed to, and then he didn't.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. Pretty upsetting.
But yeah, that's all I got. I just wanted to make sure the audience knew that Jesse's had no taste in movies, but I still like him as a friend.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. Let's just go rip some packs.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the front office. The lights are low, the boards are lit, and the Dynasty clock is ticking. From the heart of the startup draft to the championship throne, one crew rules the long game. Give it up for the undisputed architects of empire.